Welcome to week 2 of NFL fantasy football. Lurv's Fantasy Swerve, I'm your host, Thomas Lurvick. Let's get started. Want to talk a little bit about week 1, obviously kicking off fantasy football season this year. What did we learn week 1? Well, we learned, first off, Tom Brady's pretty awesome. Kid lit up Miami like nobody else. So if you were waiting until Monday night and had Tom Brady, you were a little worried about your team, hopefully you weren't worried at the end. Well, what else? Well, on the other side of the coin, hey, Miami, stop chanting for Kyle Orton. 21st ranked overall quarterback last week. Chad Henne, on the other hand, second only to, that's right, Tom Brady. So there's a shock there, right? Hey, Cam Newton and Steve Smith looked great week 1. Don't know how much longer it's going to last, but hey, it is week 1. Carolina didn't win, but hey, they got something to cheer for. Maybe this week we'll see how they do. Oh wait, here comes Green Bay. My bad. Hey, one final thing. Victor Ortiz. I know you love the Jayhawks and you really showed them proud tonight by getting knocked out. Should have been Georgia Tech fighting you, but instead, hey, we'll take Floyd Money Mayweather. My bottom line is keep yourself protected at all times. So, there we go. Hey, who are our fantasy studs for week 2? Who am I looking at? Who do I think is going to be great players this week? Let's go to quarterback. Matthew Stafford, playing Kansas City. Did you guys see what Buffalo did to him last week? If you have Matthew Stafford, start him in your lineup unless you're Scott Lotz. Don't even start him, buddy. Don't even think about it. Running back, bounce back week this week for Rashard Mendenhall. I know he didn't do too well for you fantasy football players week 1, but he's going to do great. Promise you. Put him in your lineup. And then finally, the New England tight ends. Hey, you saw what they did in Miami. They're going to continue that success at home versus San Diego. Hey, who's my sleeper? Well, I'll stay in Buffalo. Let's go Fred Jackson. You guys saw him week 1, got most of the touches over C.J. Spiller. I continue to utilize him going forward. Who are my duds for week 2? Who should you not play? Or well, who's just not going to do as well as you think they're going to do? 1, Darren McFadden. He's at Buffalo. I know that Buffalo did a great job with Kansas City, and of course I'm a little bit biased, but I wouldn't start him. I'd leave him on your bench. Yeah, he had a decent game last week, but I just wouldn't play him. I think Mike Vick's going to struggle in Atlanta. It's his homecoming. I still think he'll do well. I still think you play him, but I don't think he's a top 10 quarterback this week. Yeah, you heard me. Not a top 10 quarterback this week. And then hard-hitting Kenny New Britain, the wide receiver for Tennessee, versus Baltimore this week. Had a great game last week. Off-season issues aside, I just don't think he's going to put up great numbers. Look for him to have 80 yards, no touchdowns in week 2. Hey, how did I do week 1? Hey, went 3-1. Lost to Nate Cato in the Heatherstone League. It's my bad. My apologies. Good for you. Congrats. Good luck. God bless. But let's look at week 2 matchups here, shall we? Here we go. Heading over. Here's our first matchup. It's really the matchup of the week. It's against Scott Lotz. He always beats me in cards. This is Heatherstone. Scott, I'm coming for you this week. It's Buck the Trend. Buck's the Trend? I don't know. It's not my favorite fantasy football name, but this will be my matchup of the week. I'm 0-1 in this league. I feel like I could make some moves here, but I don't know. I mean, he's got some great players. I mean, let's just look. Romo, he's going to kill me there. I think McFadden will be horrible. Chris Johnson may bounce back, but I'm not quite sure. Guy had, what, 9 carries last week? Horrible. As I keep scrolling here, Miles Austin, Jordy Nelson, I don't know. I like my wide receivers even though I hate my team in Heatherstone. Let's move over to Yahoo and see what we've got here overall for matchups. Let's look at the league here for Jayhawks West. And let's see my matchups against the filthy Chupacabras. That's Matt Henry, who didn't draft his team. That's right, he was back home Mulvane golfing. Buddy, listen, I love you and I mean it. You're going to get worked over. I mean, just looking at your team right now, it's horrible. It really is. Here's my advice. Drop your entire team. Go out to waivers. See you can pick up. Maybe you'll win 2, 3 games. Not quite sure. It's undecided for me. Let's head over to the Steve Bono Champions League, ran by my good friend John Chesty Rinner. Matchup this week's against Primetime, and as I scroll here and look, here's the problem. Week 1 was none too kind in the injury department for Primetime. Marcus Colston out. You can see it back here. It's got the O. Go ahead and drop it. Go and move him. Take him out of your lineup. Steven Jackson hurt his hammy, quad, whatever on the first play. It's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. So suffice it to say, should be an easy win for me in the Steve Bono Championship League. Finally, we go over to the Long Distance League. We look at our matchup here. And oh God, it's Von Goldschmidt. Matt Schmidt. It's his first ever fantasy league. Buddy, good luck. You're going to need it. I don't know how, but you're favored to win in projected points, but it doesn't matter. I see myself going 3-1 this week. Chances are I'll probably lose to Scott Lotz just because he's always got my goat. So suffice it to say, this has been your fantasy football alert Swerve. If you have any questions, you want to post something online, feel free. Let me know. But otherwise, good luck. May all your fantasy stats be glorious, and may anybody that's playing me lose to me. All right? That's your fantasy preview. We'll see you guys on the gridiron. Take care. Spike your hair. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Ba-na-na.